For over 1,000 years, the city of Constantinople stood as the ultimate fortress of the ancient world. It was the beating heart of the Byzantine Empire, the last surviving remnant of Rome. Dozens of armies had tried to conquer it. Every single one had failed. The secret to their survival was the Theodosian Walls. This was a massive triple-layered defensive system that was simply immune to traditional medieval siege weapons. But the year was 1453 and the rules of war were about to change forever. Sultan Mehmed the Second, the young and highly ambitious ruler of the Ottoman Empire, understood that traditional tactics would not work. To take the city, he needed unprecedented military might. He found his solution in a Hungarian cannon founder named Orban. Orban designed a weapon of terrifying proportions. It was a massive bronze cannon over 27 feet long, capable of firing stone balls weighing over 1,000 pounds. These Orban bombards represented a massive leap in tactical technology. They were so large that they required hundreds of oxen to drag them across the Thracian countryside to the gates of Constantinople. When the siege began, the Ottoman artillery unleashed hell. The sound of the cannons firing could be heard for miles. The massive stone projectiles smashed into the ancient brick and limestone of the Theodosian walls, creating massive shockwaves. For the first time in a millennium, the unbreakable walls began to crumble. However, the defenders of Constantinople, led by Emperor Constantine XI, fought back with desperate ingenuity. Every night, under the cover of darkness, the citizens of the city would rush to fill the breaches in the wall with timber, dirt, and stone. They utilized their own tactical technology, deploying a terrifying weapon known as Greek fire. This was a highly classified liquid incendiary that could burn even on top of water. The Byzantine defenders used siphons to spray Greek fire down onto the Ottoman siege towers and mining crews, turning the trenches into an absolute inferno. Mehmed realized that battering the land walls was not enough. He needed to attack the city from the sea. The problem was the Golden Horn. This was the primary harbor of Constantinople, and it was protected by a massive heavy iron chain stretched across the water. The Ottoman fleet could not pass it. In a display of absolute strategic brilliance, Mehmed ordered his engineers to construct a massive wooden road over the land behind the harbor. They greased the wooden planks with animal fat. Overnight, the Ottoman army physically dragged dozens of their heavy wooden warships out of the water over the hill and dropped them directly into the Golden Horn, bypassing the iron chain completely. The defenders awoke to find the Ottoman fleet inside their harbor. This forced the already exhausted Byzantine soldiers to stretch their defenses even thinner across the sea walls. The political power of the Byzantine Empire was isolated. They had sent desperate pleas to Western Europe for reinforcements, but only a small contingent of Venetian and Genoese mercenaries had arrived. They were completely alone against an army of nearly 100,000 men. On May 29th, Mehmed ordered the final assault. Wave after wave of Ottoman infantry threw themselves at the crumbling walls. The fighting was horrific and deeply personal. The elite Ottoman Janissaries, highly disciplined shock troops armed with early firearms and curved swords, led the final push. A fatal mistake occurred when a small postern gate in the walls was accidentally left unlocked. The Janissaries flooded through the gap. At the same time, the main wall finally gave way under the relentless bombardment. Emperor Constantine XI, realizing his city was lost, tore off his royal purple insignia. He drew his sword and charged directly into the oncoming Ottoman forces, choosing to die fighting alongside his men. His body was never definitively identified. Constantinople had fallen. The Roman Empire, which had shaped Western civilization for 2,000 years, was officially dead. The capture of the city fundamentally altered global political power. The Ottoman Empire took control of the most vital trade routes connecting Europe and Asia. This economic chokehold forced Western European nations to seek new oceanic routes to India and China, directly sparking the Age of Discovery. The siege of 1453 proved that no wall, no matter how thick, could withstand the age of gunpowder. The Orban bombards did not just break the walls of Constantinople, they shattered the ancient world and forced humanity into the modern era.